You guys know me. I'm a Flames fan. I mean, I bleed Calgary Flames red, man, and it's been a really tough year for us. And it's clear that the one thing that we're missing is elite talent. We have a lot of very good players. I'm looking at you, Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Tkachuk, Sean Monahan. I know he's had a rough season, but he's a decent player, right? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 30 goals every season, basically. And he's put up 20 every single year he's played in the league. Mark Giordano, right? We got some good pieces, but we are starving for elite talent. That is what this organization needs, and need to get it at all costs. It doesn't matter what it costs. You need elite talent here. Not very good talent, elite, exceptional, standout, game-breaking talent. And you know who's on the market? Jack Eichel. And I want to take a look at a rumor on NHLTradeRumors.me that's saying that the Flames are getting ready to offer a huge package for Jack Eichel. And this article mentions that the Flames might be going after Eichel and Reinhart, which, by the way, apparently according to this website would include a package which would be Tkachuk, Lindholm, Connor Zary, and a first-round pick, which is so expensive. But I'm looking at, what if it's just Jack Eichel, right? And if the Flames are to get Jack Eichel, I'm almost certain that Matthew Tkachuk will be in that trade. Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoa. Before Chucky, why don't we touch Gaudreau, touch Monahan? And the problem there, first of all, Monahan is such a diminished asset in terms of value right now. Dude, like, even before the injury, like, good luck getting a taker on Monahan, okay? I mean, like, he's getting paid over $6 million, and honestly, throughout the league right now, nobody wants to touch this guy. So, Buffalo, I don't know if they'd be very interested in him, you know? Johnny Gaudreau, after this season, which is about to end here, he's got one more year left on his deal, then he's a UFA, a free agent. He's not going to stay in Buffalo. So that's just off the table. Buffalo's going to look at that and say, dude, Johnny's not, he might not even want to come here. He might just hold out until he's a free agent. You know what I mean? So that's off the table, okay? I mean, they might do it as a throw-in, but those are not going to be the main pieces in the trade. You got to be looking at a guy like Matthew Tkachuk. That's your centerpiece. And yes, it will have to be Tkachuk plus. Don't get that twisted. It's not going to be 1-for-1 Tkachuk for Eichel. It's going to have to be Tkachuk, and yes, you're going to have to throw a high draft pick. I'm so hesitant of putting a first in there, but it's going to have to be a high pick, and then some really good prospects. I'm looking at a Zary, a Jacob Peltier, okay, who's in the Flames organization system. Guys like that. That's what you're looking at here. Or, if you want more of an NHL-ready player, I could see a Dylan Dubé being a throw-in there. A young player that could really help kickstart this rebuild. Rebuild, we'll call it, for the Buffalo Sabres. And I know there are a few Flames fans who watch this channel, so I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this. What do you think of Matthew Tkachuk being in a Jack Eichel trade? Because a lot of people, I'm seeing it on Twitter saying, dude, if it's Eichel, you do no matter what. We almost never have had elite game-breaking talent like Jack Eichel is. Plus, he's a center. He drives play. Whatever it is, you give it, okay? If it's Tkachuk, if it's Gaudreau, if it's whatever, if it's the reincarnation of 25-year-old Jerome McGinley, you do it, right? But there's the other group saying, no, Tkachuk is untouchable. He's the next captain. You build your team around him. Do not trade him at any cost, right? So that's why this is a really interesting subject here. Because again, remember, it's not 1-for-1. It's not Chucky for Eichel. There's got to be other stuff there. But if you get Eichel, you have your number one pillar, your number one center. And another thing I got to mention here is that Eichel should be at a lower price here because of the injury. He's got a pretty serious neck injury here that is going to require surgery, according to him, that the Sabres will not let him have here. So that's another thing you got to look at. But even an injured Eichel, I still think if the Flames are seriously interested in this, the deal has to start with 19 for Calgary. It's got to start with Tkachuk, because Gaudreau and Monahan, I mean, no, man. It's not going to net you Eichel at this point in time. 2 years ago, maybe. Johnny was coming off a 99-point season. Sean had 80-plus points, 35 goals, I think. Then maybe. But now, forget it. No way. I mean, especially since their contracts are coming up soon. No, it's not going to happen here. Like, if you ask me personally, I'm ready. I'm ready to ship off Tkachuk. And if it's Dubé and then if it's Tkachuk, Dubé, and a first-round pick, I think that's a pretty fair trade for an injured Jack Eichel here. I think you do it. Okay, and then you build your team around Eichel, and then maybe that entices a guy like Gaudreau to stay. So then you've got a really amazing playmaker in Johnny Gaudreau with a sniper in Jack Eichel, who's got awesome making abilities as well. And then you can maybe look at, getting rid of Monahan for whatever, I don't know, a third round pick is probably what he's going to net you at this point. Free up some cap space that way. And then you don't have to go through a rebuild if you're Calgary Flames. You can honestly get right back into win now mode if you've got Gaudreau and Eichel locked up here. But the other question is, does Eichel even want to come to Calgary? Because he's got a lot of term left on his contract. But I want to know what you guys think. Flames fans especially, let me know in the comments down below. What do we think of a potential Matthew Tkachuk, Jack Eichel swap here? Let me know in the comments down below, and I want to hear from you. If you like stuff like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.